Welcome back to Nikolai's Comic Corner, Classics / Non-Classics, episode number 683, Doubleshot 587. This is my second take of this video because the first time I got interrupted by a Skype call. So yeah, might be saying things I might be repeating, but yeah, alright. Like I said, right now it's two X-Men related trades. First up it is New X-Men Academy X, Volume 2, X Hunted. Now, those of you curious, so what the heck is this series? Well, it was a series that published from, I think it was like 2005 to 2007, I think it was. I think it might be 04. Yeah, from 2004 to about 2007, this particular series, it lasted for 46 issues. I have reviewed some issues of this series. The last few that were part of the Messiah Complex crossover, look up on my channel. This is the second volume. I had the first volume ordered from the library right now, but when it comes to comic series, I don't mind reading stuff out of order a bit, but when it comes to manga, I have to read in order. Okay? This book collects New X-Men issues, Academy X issues 7 through 11, written by Nunzio De Phillips and Christina Weir, artwork by Michael Ryan and Paco Medina. Pretty much what this particular series is, well, this point in the series, for the first 15 issues before they retooled it after Defense of House M, is a series that probably focuses on two squads, the Hellions and the Mutants. Since the fact that this third book has the entire squad, let me tell you who's on these two squads. Okay. The New Mutants, which, by the way, like 2 or 3 of these characters still act this very day. We have Prodigy, aka David Ireland, Winddancer, Surge, Wildflower, Elixir, and Icarus. That is New Mutants. Icarus is kind of their version of Angel. That's basically what the character is. On the Hellions, we have Hellion. Yep. Tag. Wither, who actually is dead, by the way. Yeah, they killed him off in Neurosha X when they turned villain. Mercury, which they later made her bisexual, even though she was straight then in the series XMen by Brian Wood. They made her bisexual. Dust and Rockslide. Rockslide is still semi-active to this very day. Him and Annul from another squad. These are the other squads. The Corn Stars, led by the Stepford Cuckoos, Dryne, and also it's Dryne, Spencer, and Quill. That's it. That's all on his team. Their visor is Scott Summers. Yeah, New Mutants, their visor is Danny Moonstar. Makes sense. She was a founding member of the original Mutants, so makes sense there. The advisor for the Hellions is Emma Frost. She actually founded the original Hellions, so makes sense. You have the Alpha Squadron, who their advisor is Karma of New Mutants, and their members are Null, who is actually still very active this very day, and he's gay. Yeah, he's still around. He does get something to do. Him along with Rockslide, like only 2 people from this era who actually do something. There's Indira, Kidio, Rubbermine, Lola, and Network. That's it. Then you have the Paragons, also another group by Gambit. This one is, their advisor is Magma, another member of New Mutants. Their members are Match, Trace, Wolf Cub, Pixie, who's actually another character is semi-active, though in here she looks completely different. DJ and Preview. Yep, that's really it for the members of these squads. It is a continuation of the Mutants Volume 2 series. With this particular one, there's a couple different stories in here. One is that the Mutants are investigating a ghost that's haunting the Xavier Institute, telling them where to get out. And also the stuff with, there's a subplot involving Wolfsbane and Elixir. Elixir is actually 3 years younger than Wolfsbane. Yeah, it's revealed that actually we're in a sexual relationship since the previous New Mutants series, which they later broke up, and he hooked up with Wildflower briefly, and then she broke up with him, and then she manipulated Prodigy to make out with her. Yeah, Prodigy is like one of the smartest characters in the series. I kind of like this character, though for some reason they outed him as gay for some stupid reason, despite the fact he had a girlfriend named Surge. No, she's not on the cover. On the main one front and center, that's Mercury. Elixir is this guy right here. Prodigy is right here. I think it's supposed to be Emma. I don't think it's Emma Frost. I don't remember recognizing. I think it's supposed to be Lori right here. Yeah, I think it's supposed to be Sophia. Yeah, there's a alternate future of Prodigy becoming president and sort of like trying to take over China and stuff like that. It was a really interesting little story. It's interesting little storyline. I'm gonna get this a 9 out of 10. It's really good. Next up is X Posted, which is kind of the end of the first era of this series. Yeah, this collects issues 12-15 and a yearbook special. Still by the same people, Nunzio DePhillips and Christina Weir. Artwork by Micah Ryan, Georges Gelani, and Paco Medina. Yeah, this storyline, it's the New Mutants and Hellions versus the Blob. Yep, the Blob shows up in here. Yeah, apparently the X-Men are off on some mission. I don't remember what storyline this was, because it's loosely tied into what was going on in the pages of X-Men and, of course, Uncanny X-Men. Yeah, as when this takes place, I don't really know. So they try to have it. So basically, Prodigy works out a strategy to defeat the Blob, and they beat him, and basically Hellion handed him off to S.H.I.E.L.D. after they beat him. It was an original little story, and of course the mutants were basically infighting, and sort of the team semi-disbanded, though they did actually disband after House of M. But yeah, a bit of a step up from what happened in the last one, but yeah. Also the relationship between Elixir and Wolfsbane. Yeah, Wither is a tattletale. He tells everybody about their relationship. So she quits, and of course Wildfire breaks up with him, though Wildfire was also attracted to Wither. Wither's ability, those of you curious, he has the ability, whoever he touches turns to ash. Yeah, apparently he accidentally did it to his own freaking parents. Though Selene made him into a vampire. A life-sucking vampire like her, where instead of sucking blood, they suck life force. Yeah, she made him like her. Yeah. This series is great, and the next episode I'm going to cover the last trade I have with me, and of course the first trade that collects Grant Morrison for New X-Men. I'll talk about that controversial start. I'm going to get this one a 9.5 out of 10. It seems like, when you read this, it's like, yeah, it seems like a good finale to what's going on in the books issue 1. But yeah. Yeah, mostly these are a series of trainee squads who later get merged into one after the events of House of M. We'll talk about that when I get a chance to talk about Childhood End, which is a 5-volume graphic novel series to this series, which is written by Christopher Yost and Craig Kyle. Yep, so yeah, so that's really it for this episode. Not much else to say. It's a really good series. I do highly recommend it. But I do recommend starting with New Mutants Volume 2. Start with that first, because that's where a lot of these characters first show up, with the exception of Icarus. Yeah, he actually showed up in a ROM, and oh, by the way, you won't believe who his brother is. This is not a joke. Icarus's brother is Cannonball. Not kidding. His sister is the Smoking Hot Husk. Yeah. And I think, yeah, he's actually dead. Yeah, Icarus is actually dead. But a lot of these characters are still semi-active. Hellion was actually active recently in Candy Avengers, but a lot of these other characters, yeah, it seems like right after the series ended, I think the X-Men writers had no idea what to do with these characters. I would think that now would be a good time to bring back the series due to the fact that, well, you can focus on a series focused on the X-Men students. Yep. Though a few of these characters did graduate to become regular X-Men characters, like Rockslide, Anola, and Pixie. Yeah, they all graduated, finally, and they became regular members of the X-Men. Yeah. So, that's really it for this episode. Stay tuned for episode number 684 and Doubleshot number 588, where I cover the last trade I have here for New X-Men Academy X, and the first trade that collects Grant Morrison's run from New X-Men. Yeah, you'll get my thoughts on that particular run, okay? But to see you next review. Bye.